Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be making this Asun rice. I am a lover of goat's meat and I am a lover of rice recipes. So I'm combining two of my favorite ingredients to give you guys this Asun rice. It is so delicious and it's definitely something you want to try. But before we get into the recipe, you know, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe, click the notification bell and let's get started. So I've cut my goat's meat into bite sizes, which is what Asun is like. Okay, it's goat meat cut in bite sizes, and I'm going to season it with some onion powder, seasoning cubes, a little bit of salt. I'm going to add sazon, which is our family spice, okay? Because you all know how much I love this spice. Then I'm going to add some Cameroon pepper, and I'm also going to add our all-purpose mix, okay, our all-purpose seasoning mix. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to link the recipe in the description, so please do well to check it. I drizzled a little bit of salt to combine that, you know, those spices, and I'm going to make sure that I massage the spices properly on the goat's meat. All right, once I am done massaging it, I'm going to put the goat's meat in the oven to roast for about 30 minutes at 180 degrees C, okay? About 30 to 40 minutes, you're going to roast your goat meat and it should come out looking like this. So as soon as like roasted goat's meat in like a peppered sauce, so roast your goat's meat, okay? Now, once we're done roasting it and it's looking like this, we're going to proceed to start making our rice, all right? Now, I've added some oil to my pot and I'm going to go ahead and add a generous amount of onions and garlic. Okay, if you do not like garlic, you can skip it out and saute just onions. If you do not like onions, you can skip that out as well, but just sauteing onions and garlic just makes this food even more delicious. All right, so fry your onions and garlic for about 5 minutes until it is fragrant, all right, until that onions becomes translucent. Next up, I'm going to add a sachet of tomato paste, and I'm also going to top it up with my jollof seasoning mix. I know we're not making jollof, but this jollof seasoning mix, I swear by it, it's so good. All right, you can literally test it in your meals and I love it. All right, I added about 2 sachets of that and I'm going to mix everything together, and I'm going to fry this mix for about 5 minutes until that tomato paste loses its sour taste. You guys know that tomato paste has a sour taste, so it's important that whenever you're using tomato mix paste in any of your dishes, you fry it first. Now I've added my blended pepper mix, and this blended pepper mix is very simple, has no tomatoes. I'm simply using shombo, which is your chili peppers, but I deseeded it because I do not want that seed. I also added scotch bonnet peppers and onions. Very simple. If you don't want to use shombo, use tatache or red bell peppers, okay? Now we're going to mix that up and we're going to go ahead to season. Now this recipe is very good because it doesn't use tomatoes are very pricey now, so it's really good. So season to your liking. I added some seasoning cubes, I added sazon, this is me adding coriander, a little bit of curry powder, and I'm going to give everything a good mix. Season with whatever seasonings that you are comfortable with. All right, now mix everything together and you're going to cover the pot and allow it to fry for at least 5 to 10 minutes. This does not take a long time to fry because there is no tomato, so it literally fries really quick. Now I'm going to add my washed rice. I'm using basmati rice for this recipe. I've stated it before that I use basmati rice for most of my recipes, my rice recipes, and I'm just going to combine the rice with the sauce. All right, like I said, if you watched my jollof rice video, I like to combine my rice with the pepper mix to get a good sense if I have a good rice to pepper mix ratio. I don't know if that makes sense. So if it's looking too whitish, you know that it doesn't, the rice is not going to look good. All right, now this looks really great. The color is giving what I needed to give, and I'm going to go ahead and add some stock. I'm going to mix it properly, and I'm going to add a pinch of salt. All right, I add my salt last because I want to taste it after adding stock before I add salt. Now I covered it and allowed it to cook on low heat for about 20 minutes, and I mixed the rice once it was done. It's basmati rice. It doesn't take a long time to cook, and I like the grains. All right, it gives you single grains every time you make it, right? If you know how to cook it well. Now I'm done mixing it, and I'm going to remind you guys again, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Okay, now we're going to go ahead to make our asun. So I'm going to saute that same onions and garlic mix in some oil, and I'm going to saute it for about 3 minutes, and I'm going to pour that roasted goat meat. Okay, once I pour it in, I'm going to add that same pepper mix. This pepper mix again is shombo, scotch bonnet peppers, and onions. Very, very simple. The only thing is I deseeded my shombo, and guys, deseeding that shombo, when you're done, your hands will be peppering you. Anyways, I added some seasoning, a little bit of sazon, and I mixed everything together just to give it taste, because I'm going to add some bell peppers to this mix. I'm going to mix everything together, and I'm going to proceed to add my bell peppers once I am done combining this. So use whatever colors of bell peppers that you have. I have red, I have yellow, I have green. I added onions, and I mixed everything together. Now, you're not going to allow your bell peppers get too soft, because once they get too soft, they lose their taste, and honestly, the color becomes, it becomes dull. So just mix this to combine for about 2 minutes and take it off the heat. Your asun is ready. This is asun. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so I'm just mixing it, and I'm going to go back to my pot of rice, and I'm going to dump that beautiful asun on my rice. Guys, look at this. Hey, this is so good. I topped it up with a little bit of spring onions, and I just want to give you guys a close view of what this asun rice looks like before we go ahead and turn this pot. Okay, before we go ahead to combine. Now this is what it is looking like. It's looking really good and very nice. At this point, I already knew that this rice is going to be delicious. Now guys, I covered it and allowed it to steam together with the rice for about 2 to 3 minutes, not long. And when I opened my pot, it was time to combine this. Okay, so you're just going to mix this properly until that asun is properly combined with the rice. Guys, the flavors from this dish was every single thing. Now guys, once you're done combining, all that is left to do is to just serve this rice and simply enjoy it. This rice was very, very delicious. It's a recipe that I know you guys are going to love. But before I jump right out of here, I just want to remind you guys, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe, click on the notification bell. Please share this video with your friends and family. And if you liked watching this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would also like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Have you tried this recipe before? Have you ever made asun rice? How did you make yours? I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. And that will be all for me now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you on my next one. Ciao.